Hello guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video, we are going to discuss about Azure Databricks and how you can integrate repositories, your Git inside Azure Databricks, and how you can directly work and create the pull request from here so that everything will be reflected directly inside your version control. For version control, you can use anything, Bitbucket or GitHub, but in our case, we'll be using the Azure DevOps services. We'll be using this Azure DevOps Services repository. We can set up one own repository and directly integrate that repository here inside the Databricks. We'll be doing that, and I will be showing you how you can do that step by step. Okay, so before that, I will have to create this Databricks instance in Microsoft Azure. I have this created already. If you don't know how to do this, I have one previous video about it. You can go there and watch it. Once you have set this up, you can click on launch workspace and this will take you to the main Databricks window. Okay, this screen here, if you click on workspaces, you get all the folders, all the repositories and everything, all your files, whatever you might have added or configured inside your Databricks. You get other things at as well at this left side, this bar. I have already discussed all of this in my previous video. For now, let's go to the workspace and try to see what are the things we get here. If you expand the home, this is your home directory. Whatever you do as a user, suppose this is my user, whatever I will be doing here, I will be adding anything, it will be shown here. Okay, I can create the folders, I can create the notebooks, I can create file query, dashboard alerts, whatever I do, it will be stored inside this user, because everything you create in Databricks, everything you do will be stored as your user account. Okay, now if you expand the workspace, you get the repos option here. This is where you can create the repositories. Okay, and if you expand the users, you get a list of a specific users and whatever resources they have inside them. You get all the options here, all the files here. Okay, since I have only one user, you are seeing only one user here. If you have multiple users managing your Databricks environment, you'll be getting multiple users here. Okay, and if you click on them, you'll get all the files whatever they are working with, or all the repository whatever they might have integrated inside the Databricks here. Okay, they can directly work from here and create the pull request, merge it into the main branch and deploy that code into their live environment, live Databricks environment. Either they can create the CI/CD pipeline or whatever way they might be doing their deployment. Okay, so first let's go to the repository and you can create the repository here. You can directly create the Git repository inside your home directory. This is what this message is saying. I'll show you that as well, how you can do that. Okay, so let's click on create a repo here. If you click on that, uh, you'll have to provide the Git repository URL. This can be either from GitHub, Bitbucket, GitLab, AWS Code Commit, Azure DevOps Services. These many options you get. You can select whatever you want to work with. For us, we'll be doing this. Let's just clone this repository. Try to clone this bicep tutorial repository inside my Databricks instance. Click on clone. You will get one URL. This URL, copy this URL and paste the URL here. Like this, if you are working with GitHub, you get the URL from GitHub and paste your URL here. And for Git provider, just select as Azure DevOps Services, because we are using Azure DevOps Services for the repository. If you will be using GitHub, Bitbucket, select as per your requirement. Once you have given this link clone URL, this will take the repository name by default. If you want to keep this different, you can edit this as well. Okay, I or you can just keep this as default. You can select this as well, sparse checkout mode. You can, if you click on this I button, you'll get more details. Toggles the ability to clone only a specific subdirectory of your repository. Suppose you want to just add or clone this, I mean some of the subdirectory from this repository, you can do that as well. Suppose you want to just clone these variables folder inside this repository, you can do that as well by checking up this button, and you can specify directly the folder path or folder name which you are just which you want to clone here. Okay, we don't want this, we just need the full repository. Let's uncheck it and click on create repo. So this will create the repository in background, and it will place all the files here inside this user. Okay, if you see, we have all the files now here: modules, parameters, pipeline, main.bicep, and all. We have same files here inside our repository. Okay, since this is bicep files, I won't be able to show you how you can run all the notebooks and all directly from the repository, but you can also click on this folder and open this. If you now go to home, this folder is still empty, and if you just go to the repository and see this repository or this folder or this bicep tutorial repository which placed here inside this repos, this username and this bicep tutorial. Okay, now at the moment I have checked out this main branch. Okay, you can do other things as well. You can want to, if you want to import copy URL path, you can do it from here. If you open it, right now we have checked out this main branch. If you want to check another branch or create another branch, you can click on it, and you can check out other branches as well from here. Since we don't have any other branch, I'm not getting the option. You can create other branch as well. Suppose you want to create a feature branch based on this main branch, click on create. So this will create this branch, and check out this branch. You can make changes inside your feature branch and create a pull request to merge that to your main branch or master branch. Okay, this now we have checked out as feature test branch. You can pull push as well from here, merge rebase. These are the options we are getting. If you just cut it and make one minor change, let's open the readme file, and here we will just add one small thing, and we can see how you can create it. Let's just add this. So if suppose if this is your notebook in Python or whatever, you can click on this run all, and you can select the compute from here, and directly you can do that. Okay, since this is not the notebook, we are not getting the option to run this. Okay, let's now go back and again click on this branch. You can see we just made one change in this readme file, and now this is detecting that we have made one change. Whatever change you have made, this will show you here. Okay, so this change we have made, you can commit it. Just provide one commit message. You can provide description as well, and click on commit and push. So this will commit the change and push your change directly inside this branch as well. Okay, now you can create the pull request either from here, or if you come here and refresh the repository, you can see you have updated feature test just now. Create a pull request. So there will be one branch created for you inside your version control with this name, whatever we just did here in the Databricks. And you can either create a pull request from here to your main branch like this, and directly merge from this feature to main branch. You can either complete it from here, or let's do it from Databricks portal itself. You can click on this create a pull request, and this will take you to the same screen whatever you are doing inside the Azure DevOps. Okay, now click on create and just complete this pull request. This will merge the changes whatever we have made inside your main branch. This is completed. Now if you come here inside your Databricks instance and check out the main branch. Let's check out this main branch. And if you open this readme file, the changes you have made will be seen here. This is the line number 3 we added, and you can see this has merged inside your main branch. So this is how you can integrate Git with your Databricks. You can clone repository, and if you have multiple developers working inside your Databricks environment, this is how you can work and merge your changes inside the main branch. This way, multiple resources or multiple users will be able to clone your repository, this repository inside directly in the Databricks instance, and they will work from here and they will create the pull request so that your changes will be directly merged inside the main branch. Later, from this main branch, you can create CI/CD pipelines to deploy your notebooks from the repository to your Databricks instance in any of the folders wherever you require the notebooks. Either you can deploy that inside shared folder, or somewhere specific, or I mean directly inside some of the users. Okay, you can use Databricks bundles to deploy that. We'll be discussing all those CI/CD pipelines in some different video, but for now we just seen how you can create the repository, how you can create the branches, how you can create the pull request and merge the pull request directly from the Databricks. If you are a Databricks developer or working with Databricks, data scientist, data engineer, this is how you can directly work with all the repository in the Databricks. This we just learned how you can do it from the repos. If you just click on your home directory, you can clone the Git repository directly from here, so that inside users, inside your username, this will be cloned. If you click on create Git folder, you can see this is giving an option to clone the repository. If you click on clone, get the repository URL, add this name, this Git provider as Azure DevOps Services, and Git repository name. This will take by default, and click on create Git folder. So the folder or the repository which we had cloned inside the repos option in workspace will be cloned here as well. Okay, this is inside your home directory. This is bicep tutorial and all the repository you can see. Okay, if you just click on this as well, you'll be able to see the bicep tutorial repository here inside the users. You if you expand this, you get all the files from here as well, whatever files you might have configured, you get everything here as well. Okay, you can edit the files from here, you can run it and save that, so that you'll be able to create the pull request directly from your Databricks environment. Okay, that's it from this video. If you liked it, please like and subscribe my channel. If you have any feedback or suggestions, please let me know in the comments. In upcoming Databricks videos, we'll be seeing more things about Databricks in detail. Okay, thanks for watching.